because it's, at least for me, this is always a really intense time of year when the sun goes into Gemini, because Gemini is such a mental sign, and I'm Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is also another form of sort of mental body, mental energy. Um, so I always notice, after I begin studying astrology this time of year, for me personally, is like it almost feels like it feels a little bit anxious, because there's a lot whirling and there's a lot of wind moving, and the wind is moving for me personally, my fires. And, having lived in, the Northern Hemisphere my whole life, we're entering into that summertime. And so there is that fire that's coming in, and that tends to also open things a bit. And it can almost feel a little bit like, wow, so open, and really needing to ground that energy, at least for me personally. Hi, Rachel, welcome. Nice to see you. So we have an eclipse coming up. We have this really beautiful Sagittarius full moon eclipse, and the sun is in Gemini. So we have these sort of polarities of this Gemini mind, which tends to be a much more practical mind, maybe even more intellectual, a little more, 1 + 1 = 2, short paths, and different sort of ways and habits that we do things that just make a lot of sense. It's like practical application of knowledge, practical application of the mind. Whereas Sagittarius is a bit more of an expansive mind and a visionary mind, and this sort of far out experiential mind information that then leads to belief systems. And of course, they both sort of polarize each other, and then there's a place also where there's harmony. So I've been sitting with this to just understand for myself, what is the energy. And that's really the job of each one of us. And the reason why we do so much yoga and we do all of these beautiful practices is just to become a more sensitive human being, a more sensitive body, not hypersensitive, but understanding our senses a bit more, so that when we feel the planets shifting, we can tune into that. And for each one of us, there's a message, right? There's kind of a general overview, and then there's something much more deep and personal, because the planets are hitting us in a very deep and personal way. It's not as universal. It's universal that we're all going through something, but it's very unique what we might be going through. So what I have been meditating on is this idea of Gemini. Gemini is really the talker, right? Gemini governs all of the communication, and what we're saying, how we're speaking to each other, how we're listening, writing, right? All of the communications that we're doing. So we really think of this as sort of the storyteller, right? It's an energy that loves to tell the story, and it loves to talk, and it loves to, right, like move that energy out. And Sagittarius being, right, like this sort of visionary aspect, right? There's a couple of things here. There's the visionary mind, and the visionary sight. And what I'm receiving is how to then shape the story that we tell ourselves, or that we've told ourselves in the past, right? Some story that has created the belief system, right? This belief system of who I am, or who I might be, or who I'm not. And that there's this possibility, because this is an eclipse, the eclipse is eclipsing out something in our lives, right? It's a moment, it's an astrological moment where if you want to pivot like really deeply, there's the potential to pivot, right? Where it doesn't have to necessarily be a long and drawn out process. You can decide and you can move in that direction. And the energy of the atmosphere, the energy of the cosmos says, yes, we will support you in that. So, okay, so maybe there's something in the story that's creating this belief system that we want to then deconstruct, right? And sort of eclipse out, so that we can create a new story and we can create a new belief system. So this doesn't mean, right? This doesn't mean that none of these other things from the past that contributed to that story didn't happen. I think that that would be delusion, right? To kind of see ourselves in that way. So I was thinking about this. I'm like, well, that sounds delusional, you know, it's like just rewrite the story. It's more like you're rewriting the story starting now and moving forward. So we're looking at limiting beliefs, right? We're looking at the way that we have created these limitations out of whatever we've told ourselves or whatever society has told us, or our culture, our upbringing, our family relationships, these sorts of things, and then beginning to, okay, I'm not going to go with that anymore. That book is done, and I'm going to write a new book, and I'm going to go forward from here, and I'm going to use the cosmos to support me in that. And not only am I going to start writing the story, I'm going to actually start to communicate it. I'm going to actually start to share that, so that I can walk into that energy and I can really embody what that frequency might be. So an example of this, I was like, oh, I need to think of something from real life. And I have a very good friend who, over a decade ago, maybe even 15 years ago, she had, a very, she had her birth name, which is a pretty common birth name that was given to her. And she started to get onto her spiritual path, and it started to open for her. And, she saw herself going in a whole new direction than what she was doing before, right? But her whole community related to her in this one specific way based on who she was in that community and her relationships there, and, her whole pattern of existence, her whole story that had been written for her, right, through her day-to-day life. But she was opening up in this really deep spiritual channel, and she saw herself going in a very divine direction, and she wanted to just release all of that and go in this direction. So she ended up changing her name. She received a new name from spirit, right, through a meditation, and she took this name and she just said, this is my name now. And it completely polarized people, right? And some people flew the coop and couldn't handle, embracing somebody with a new name. And a lot of people stuck around and joined her for her journey and still have really great relationship with her. And in retrospect, right, because she's been in this now for, 15 plus years, she said it was the quickest way, right? It was the quickest way to really just flip it, right? And what had happened was she stepped into a new frequency, which is ultimately the way to change anything, is through frequency and through sound. So by giving herself a new name, it was like giving herself a new mantra, right? A new vibration, all of that. And it just completely shifted her whole experience and allowed her to just embody this new path. And yeah, she still is connected to the past, right, of who she was growing up with this, group of people or community, and these things that she did and these things that she was known for, and, XYZ and the other. None of that has vanished, but she really wanted to separate from that, right? Like she was done with that story, and this was the new one that she wanted to begin writing. And I just always found that to be so powerful and courageous and bold. And this also just speaks to her nature and character. That's who she is. But it was the quickest way to make everyone get on board with her, So with this eclipse, there's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of support, right? To be able to shift, if you feel that. And there's another energy that's moving through, which is really giving us some perspective about our relationships and our communities and the way that we connect to one another. And there might be some newness coming in. There's probably going to be some falling away. Sagittarius is also belief systems. So there's going to be some belief systems that start to break down, right? Which is what we want, especially with negative belief systems. We want those to break down. And then that creates a process of healing, that creates a process of awakening. So when you're in the seat of the yogi, you have some awareness right? Of what is limiting, and things are breaking away. And I'm going through a process right now. I'm going through some healing, some things are shifting. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how far it is away. And then there's other people who don't practice, right? There's people who are less conscious, where their belief systems also are going to start to be broken down. And that is going to be a more difficult process for humanity, right? That's going to be because for us as yogis, we're kind of used to being a little bit uncomfortable, right? That's what the shapes teach us, is how to get a little bit comfortable in our discomfort. And so when our belief systems are breaking down for us, when we know we want to release a limiting belief, it's usually that we're releasing the comfort and the attachment to that space, right? Like, oh, but I'm so, I'm comfortable there, like I'm safe there, kind of a thing, right? But we're like, no, we want to step it up. We want to increase our energy and move forward, right? We want to transform. We want to transcend. And for people who are not as much on this path, right, they don't have that. So it can be a little more scary for them. It can be a little more disruptive. It can be a little more emotionally debilitating. And I think that that's good information to know, so that as we, come to this practice for ourselves, and you should be here for yourself, right? First and foremost, to get something, to get an experience, to get realigned, to get some information for you that's positive, that's uplifting. And you move that right through your personal sphere, right? Personal sphere, and then out into the collective, right? To help people right now that probably in the next few months, we're going to be seeing even more changes on our planet, as if we haven't had enough. But it's changing, and we're rolling with that. So keeping ourselves healthy, keeping ourselves sensitive to these planetary shifts, practice more. If you start to feel sensitive, you start to feel anxious, you start to feel emotion because you're going through process, just practice in a good way, practice in a way that's uplifting, that's beneficial, that is not harmful. Relax when you need to relax, be in nature, right? Connect to nature. That's the fastest way to heal anything, is through nature. And have fun. I think being human should be just as fun as it is stressful, because it's definitely very stressful to be a human being on this planet. But it should be fun also. So let's bring the hands into the heart and just take a little moment, bring the palms together, and just gently tuck the chin and close the eyes, and begin to deepen through your breath. And you're breathing in and breathing out, and just allowing all of that information to land however it might land for you on this day. And opening up to your intention, why you've come here today, and how this practice can support you in the very specific way that you need it to support you, and to really honor yourself and take care of yourself first. Breathe a deeper, more full breath into your system, and feel your body begin to expand, and feel your roots beginning to climb into the earth, and your spine and your crown chakra being lifted up towards the sky. And just take a moment and see if you can begin to drop into the vision of your life, this next phase of your life. If you feel that you're on a threshold or a precipice of shifting, or maybe you're in the midst and you're kind of experimenting and working things out, just to project forward and see what you see. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a visualization, and see yourself supported and healthy, and see yourself happy, and see yourself prosperous and creative, and surrounded by really lovely, beautiful people, and having everything that you need. And just see yourself out there in the distance, see and feel this frequency. And we'll use the practice today to empower ourselves to step forward into this vision. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And let's breathe in for the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. 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 Breathing in and breathing out. Good. We're going to stay in our seat and we're going to bring the hands over the throat like so, just very gently. You're just going to embrace your throat chakra here and let your shoulders relax, sit up tall through the spine and just connect to your breath. And then I want you to take an inhale. And as you exhale, chant hum, hum. Breathing in. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Inhale. And exhale, release your hands down to your lap. Good. And then come forward onto your hands and your knees. And let's come into some gentle cat-cow. Knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhaling to lift the hips and the heart. Exhale, round the spine and take your time here. Close the eyes and just move the breath through your body. And then start to free it up. See if you want to maybe lift up and then move your head and your tailbone around in circles. You can go in any direction that feels called to you. And just make sure that you're moving with intention. You're moving with a lot of care and generosity and a lot of breath. Go in the other direction if you've been going in one way. Sit back into a child's pose, please, and reach your fingertips forward. So you're stretching the arm bones, lengthening the sides of the waist. And we were really trying to get breath into the lungs to stretch and open through the ribs a bit more. Okay, we're going to tent the fingers and we're going to walk over towards the left side. So you're going to pick your torso up and drape it over your left thigh, reach the fingertips forward and away, and maybe even take your right hand and bring it on top of the left hand. And you'll get even more of a stretch through that right side body. And you're breathing in and you're breathing out. On an exhale, take yourself through center and come all the way over to the right, and we'll open through that left side. Reach the spine away from you, and then take that left palm on top of the right if it makes sense, and plug your left sits bone a bit back in space. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling, and as you exhale, come back through center and then walk your hands in, and you'll come to sit up on the heels. Good. And then take your chin down and let's roll the left ear over the left shoulder, and take your right arm and just reach it out and slightly down. Maybe the fingertips touch the ground, maybe they hover slightly, but we're just trying to create a little more of a reach through that right side of the neck. Take your left hand and bring it to the side of the head, and just very gently give a little bit of weight there, a little extra pressure. Breathe in. And as you exhale, just release your left hand down and then let the right arm fall in, and slowly roll your head through center. Let's take an inhale there. And an exhale. And let's roll the right ear over the right shoulder. And then reach your left arm away and down towards the ground. Left fingers towards the floor. Tall spine. Let's bring that right arm up and take just the side of the skull and give a gentle weight. And then release your right arm, bring it down to the floor, and slowly roll your head through center. And then we'll lift up through the crown of the head, and you're going to bring your hands onto your heart, and you're just going to reach the chin up to the sky, and you're kind of pulling on the heart, the chest, opening the front of the throat. Inhale, lift up tall. And as you exhale again, tuck your chin, let your head come forward, and then interlace your hands and just place them on the back of the skull, and very mindfully give some pressure there for the back of the neck and the throat to open. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. And then let your crown of your head come up, and then you're just going to reach your arms out wide. The palms will face down, and you're just holding the arms out in a T. You can roll your shoulders down the back body, close your eyes, and just breathe your gaze into your third eye for a moment, and just let the arms extend and expand, and give some time for some pressure, some activity to come into the arms, to come into the shoulders. Breathe in deep and breathe out. And then open the eyes if they're closed, and just start to make little circles with the arms back. So we'll go backwards first. Breathing in and breathing out. And then switch directions, and you'll go back, up, and forwards. You're starting to feel a little pressure in the shoulders. Use your breath to help you sustain and feel a little heat coming into the body beginning to open. And then inhale, just stretch the arms even further apart. Big breath in. And exhale, bring your hands down. Take your left hand to the floor and reach your right arm up and over and open through the waist. Come all the way up through center and come to the other side. Bring your right hand down and reach your left arm up and over. And come all the way up. Come up tall through the spine. Bring your hands behind you and interlace your fingers, and then roll the heads of the shoulders back. Lift through the chest. Take a deep breath in here and gently, gently tuck the chin as you breathe out. Let the head fall and get heavy, but reach the arm bones back. Peel open through the armpits. Peel open through the collarbones. And an inhale, start to lift the crown of the head up. And as you exhale, come forward onto your hands and knees. Free yourself up, bring your arms forward. Tuck the toes and come towards downward facing dog. Let's lengthen the legs. Press the thighs back and just begin to pedal, bending one knee and then the other, and beginning to feel where you can give more length to the body, maybe more length to the arms, more length to the legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Come forward into a plank pose on your inhale. Come to a child's pose as you exhale. We won't get too settled in. Just bring the seat back. And right away as you breathe in, come towards a high cobra. So you're going to let your hips come forward and your arm bones will be maybe a little more straightened. Lift up. Good. And then back to child's pose. Really beautiful. So bend the knees and come to child's pose. And then again, take it to a high cobra. So I want you to think straight arms, almost like an up dog, but your knees are still on the ground. Yes. And let the chest open. And then back towards child's pose, but you won't totally land there. You'll just stretch the side body. And inhale, come forward. Let this be a very generous undulation, lifting the heart. And exhale back towards child's pose. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhaling to come forward, deep breath in. And exhaling towards that child's pose shape, hips coming back. 1 more full round. Let's bring the heart forward, lifting the collarbones, roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale towards that child's pose. And the next time you inhale, find a plank pose. So send the spine forward, tuck the toes, pause there. Let's pause there. Get a little more tuned into the plank pose. Navel point is lifting. You're hugging the legs in. You're reaching the heels of the feet back, the heart forward. Some heat is coming. Trust yourself. We want to build this 3rd chakra to really step into our truth, step into our dream. Breathe in, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Come up and back, settle in there, inhaling. Open the mouth, let out a sound. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. Come onto your fingertips. If you have blocks, grab your blocks if that's helpful for you. You're going to take a deep breath in, straighten the front leg, peel the hips back, and fold as much as you're able to. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, lengthen the spine, keep the legs as they are, and exhale, fold over that leg. Again, lengthen the spine, try to get more space. Exhale, fold. And one more time here, breathing in. Exhale, fold into the leg. And now bend your front knee, bring your back knee down to the ground, untuck the toes and take your arms up to the sky for a crescent lunge. You can take any variation with your hands that works for you. Zip up the navel point, square the hips, lift the heart, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more inhale, stay for the exhale. And now take your hands down to the ground. So squaring that front foot, tuck the back toes and lift up the back knee. Take a breath in and step to downward facing dog as you exhale. Come all the way back. Good. Come forward into your plank pose on the breath in. Lower knees, chest, and chin as you breathe out. Slide forward into your cobra shape from the ground up, lifting. Downward facing dog as you exhale, come all the way back. Let's take a breath in. Let's open the mouth, let something go. And lift your left leg up. Inhale, deep breath in. Step the foot forward in between the hands. Take your blocks, come onto your fingertips. It'll give you a little more space. Stretch the spine. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Keep the hips square and fold the knee towards the nose towards the knee rather. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the leg. Beautiful. One more time like that. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Bend your front knee to lunge. Bring your back knee down to the ground. Untuck the toes and take your arms up to the sky. Keep the hips square, squaring towards the front of the mat. Lift the arms up. Lift the navel point. Steady the gaze on something that isn't moving and breathe deeply. Bring the prana into the body. Get taller, longer. And let's bring the hands down on either side of the front foot. Let's tuck the back toes, lift up the back knee. Let's step back to downward facing dog. Spread through the palms. Plank pose on your breath in. Lower all the way down one solid line, bending the elbows. Lift the chest, lifting the heart. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Take a moment and just feel it. Drop into the feeling. Lift your right leg up, breathing in. Let's bend the knee and stack the hip this time. Roll the right hip on top of the left. Inhale, straighten through the right leg, square your hip, and step the foot forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips again. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest, straighten through the front leg, and bring the hips back to fold. Lift your chest, breathing in. Exhale, fold into the leg. Bend your right knee and step your left foot to the top of the mat as you inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over both legs. Stay there. Lengthen the spine again. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. See if you can go a little further, stretching the spine, being mindful. One more time like that. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Soften the knees, tuck the chin, round up to stand, circle the arms out and up to the sky. Deep inhale, get taller here. Bring the hands into your heart as you exhale. Let the arms come down, roll the shoulders onto the back body, lift the collarbones, engage your navel point, lift at your pelvic floor. And now take your arms up. Breathe in, reach up, extend. Exhale, fold forward, take your fingers down to the ground. Good. Step your left leg back as you inhale. Take it to downward facing dog on the exhale. Plank pose on the breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows. Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. And you're working at your pace, always working at your pace. Lift your left leg up, breathing in. Let's bend the knee and take that left hip on top of the right. Give a round of breath here, really kind of fall into it. Extend through your left leg, press the leg back behind you, and step the foot forward in between the hands. So you're going to come onto your fingertips, lift the collarbones, breathe in. Straighten the left leg, peel the hips back and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your front knee, step your right foot to the top of the mat, lengthen the chest away from the thighs. Exhale, fold over your legs, take your hands behind you and interlace the fingers here. Bend the knees and pick up your chest. Breathe in, go nice and slow with your inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Keep the arms. Again, bend the knees, lift the chest, seat comes down, heart lifting. Exhale, straighten and fold. One more time like that. Bend the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take your hands to your sacrum and just touch your sacrum with a lot of love and gratitude. And then bring your hands down the backs of your legs, touch the backs of the legs, bring your hands to your ankles or to your shins, take a flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold once again. Bend the knees a bit, tuck the chin, round up to stand, but use your low belly, use your midline, reach the arms up to the sky. Hands into your heart. Bring the arms down, the palms forward, and just take a moment. Ground your energy into the earth. Ground the mind into the earth. Arms up. Breathe in. Reach up, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Take your hands down to the ground. Step your right leg back as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Plank pose, breathing in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana, lift the heart. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let something go. Right leg lifting up, inhale. This time bring the knee to the nose and take the shoulders over the wrists. Yes, beautiful. Right leg up and back, inhale. Step the foot forward in between the hands. One more time, come onto your fingertips, lift the heart center, straighten the legs, peel the hips back and fold. Lift the spine, breathing in. Exhale, fold. Lift your spine, soften your right knee, walk your hands forward and take a warrior three shape. So you're going to lift your left leg up to about the level of your sits bone. You can keep your hands on the ground. Yeah, and just really fire up through the legs. Reach through that back heel, flex the foot. Breathe deeply, steady your gaze and make sure your neck is long. Maybe tuck your chin slightly. Breathe in, stay with me, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I want you to take another inhale and then think standing splits. Walk your hands a little closer to your right leg. Bend your elbows. Bring your nose towards your knee and lift your left leg up to the sky. This is not an easy shape. Use a lot of breath here. Breathe in and stay for your exhale. As you inhale, bring the left foot to the floor, soften the knees and straighten your spine. Flat back, breathe in. So left foot meets your right foot, top of the mat, yeah. Exhale, fold over your legs. Come all the way up to stand. You can reverse the swan dive or round up. Let's bring the hands into the heart. Let's bring the arms down. Sweep your arms up. Deep breath in, reach up, extend. Exhale, fold forward, fingers to the floor. Step your left leg back on your breath in. Come to plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. From here, bend the elbows, use the legs. Inhale, tops of the feet to lift the heart. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Open the mouth, let something go. Left leg lifts up, inhaling. Bring the knee to the nose and shoulders over the wrists. Left leg up and back, breathing in. Step the foot forward in between the hands. Come onto your fingertips last time, lift the chest. Straighten the left leg, peel the hips back to fold. Lengthen the spine, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Lift the spine, soften the front knee, walk the hands forward, supported warrior three. Pick up the back leg. Come onto your fingertips. You can even play with hovering the fingers if that's in your practice. Use the navel point. Articulate through the legs. Bring the energy into the body. One more round of breath, breathing in and breathing out. Take another inhale. Exhale, walk your hands closer to your left leg, coming towards a standing split. Bend your arm bones to help your spine come closer to the leg. Lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can point the toes, yes. Inhaling, stay for the exhale. And as you breathe in, step your right foot towards your left foot, lengthen the spine. The knees can land a little bent to give you some sweetness. Exhale, fold into your legs. All the way up to stand, press down, reach your arms up to the sky, deep breath in. Hands into your heart. Arms down. Arms up, breathe in, reach up, extend. Exhale, fold forward, fingers to the floor. Step your right leg back as you inhale. Plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana as you exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, let's stay here. Exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, hop or walk to the top of the mat. You'll lengthen out the spine as you arrive, breathing in. Exhale, fold over your legs. All the way up to stand, root down, reach the arms up to the sky. Hands into your heart as you breathe out. Good. Bring the arms down, walk the feet to touch, lift through the pelvic floor, lift through the navel point. Good. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sweep the chest open. Exhale, fold forward, fingers to the floor. Look up to prepare, step, jump, Chaturanga Dandasana. We'll meet in downward facing dog if you feel like you want to skip a Vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana, breathing back. Let's take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Lift your right leg up as you breathe in. Step the foot forward in between the hands. Come up into warrior one. Spin the back heel down. Lift up, back heel to the ground. Stay as you breathe out. Give yourself another breath in. Right knee is above right ankle. Lift the chest. Stay as you breathe out. Good. Give it one more inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the ground. Come through plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. And skip this if this is too much. This can be a little bit fiery. We're not going to do too many of these, but we're just going to bring a little more heat into the body before we slow down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg lifting up. Breathe in. Step the foot forward in between the hands. Come up into warrior one. We've got some breaths here. You want that back heel to the ground. Square your hips towards your camera, towards the front of your mat. Lift the navel point, lift the chest. Give it another deep breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So you're coming all the way down. You're stretching the breath. Inhale, lift the heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your right leg up and back, breathing in. Step the foot forward. Again, warrior one. Back heel comes down. Lift up through the spine. Lift up through the arms. Beautiful. Bend your right knee a little more over that right ankle. See if you can deepen the hips. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, devotional warrior. Let's come forward. So you're bringing your head towards the earth, but you want to keep reaching the spine out of the pelvis. Press through your back heel. Try to square your hips here. It gets a little funny. Yeah, beautiful. Peel your left hip forward, your right sits bone back. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Breathe in and breathe out. And you've got 1 more. Inhale. We're going to stay low to the ground. Exhale. Bring your fingers to the floor. You'll lift your chest a little bit. Pick up your back heel and maybe shimmy the foot a little bit back in space so you're a little bit longer. Bring your back knee down to the ground, untuck the toes, and now take your arms up to the sky for that crescent lunge once again. Let your hips fall forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Stay with me. Inhale and exhale. 1 more here. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands down to the ground. Now tuck the back toes and lift up through your back knee. So just pause there for a moment. Walk your left hand a little bit out to the left, but bring your right hand on top of your right thigh and just hold it there. So you're kind of twisting open. Go really slowly. I want you to roll to the outer edge of your left foot and let your left hip fall towards the ground. There you go. And you can maybe even wrap your right elbow around your right thigh if that feels better to you, or you can keep your hand there. Drop it into that left outer edge of the body. The right thigh might open a bit. Beautiful. Stay with me. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do 1 more here. Inhale and exhale, and then slowly bring your right hand down to the ground and go very slow as you tuck the back toes under, lift up the back knee, take a breath in, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Take it to plank pose on your inhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and Adho Mukha Savasana. Really nice, everyone. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Last time like this, take your left leg up, inhale. Step the foot forward between the hands. Come up into warrior one, back heel down, arms lifting up to the sky. Go a little bit deeper with that left knee if possible. Square the hips, lift the navel, feel into it. And now bring your arms behind you. Do the opposite interlacing. Roll the shoulders open, lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, reach the spine forward as you come down into that devotional warrior. We're here for a little while. Try to keep your right hip moving forward, your left sits bone plugging back in space. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. You're going to stay low. You're going to bring your hands down to the ground, squaring the front foot. Pick up the back heel. Shimmy the leg a little bit back in space. We're going to bring the back knee down and come up into a crescent lunge. So we're going to reach the arms up to the sky. Get taller through the waist. Reach the navel in and up, opening the heart. Breathe in. And breathe out, and now take your hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes and pick up the back knee. Bring your left hand on top of your left thigh. Walk your right arm a little bit away from you, and then just start to slowly roll to the outer edge of the back foot, and the whole right thigh and the hip can come towards the ground at your capacity here. You can keep your left hand on the thigh. You could also wrap your left elbow around if you want to hug it in. If you want to let it peel open, you can let it open. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale, and then go slow as you bring your left hand down. Use your hands to help you tuck the back toes under and lift up the back leg safely. Downward facing dog as you exhale. We're going to take a last vinyasa here, plank pose, breathing in. Chaturanga Dandasana if it's for you. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. And downward facing dog. Come to a plank pose, and we're going to come into a child's pose. We're going to take our rest in child's pose. So feel welcome to open the knees, take any props under the legs if need be. Let your elbows find the ground, or if you want a little pillow for your forehead. And we're just going to rest here for a few minutes. So we're going to really go deep into the thighs, deep into the hips. And feel your breath moving through your body. And just bring the mind into the earth. And your vision moving towards the frequency of creation. Releasing expired self-definitions. As we work to rewrite who we want to be in this next leg of our journey, rewriting our success and rewriting our relationships and rewriting how we help heal the world and help connect humanity. Begin to deepen through your breath, and you're going to begin to just let out a gentle humming sound with each exhale. And slowly let the sound go away. And you'll just very, very gently make your way onto your back, so you can come forward and turn around, or come up and send the legs out in front of you. But just come to lie down on your backs. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open your mouth and let the breath fall away. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. And begin to move through your fingers and your toes. Move through your body in a way that feels good to you. Stretch your arms above your head. Lengthen out. Let's step the feet onto the floor, roll on over to one side, and let's bring ourselves up into a nice tall seat. And come up in easy seat, simple cross-legged seat. And just take a moment here. You can take a moment with the eyes closed. Just notice how you feel after that practice. And let's bring the hands together in front of the heart and rub the palms, create some heat. And bring that heat, bring that fire, bring the power of creation into your heart center. Press through the palms and align the elbows and get very clear about the lines of the body, the bones of the body, Create a triangle between your elbows and your shoulder blades, and let your heart be at the center of that triangle. Press through the base of the palms and shoot the energy up through the fingertops. Roll your inner gaze up to your third eye and gently draw your chin in. Breathe in deep and breathe out deep. Inhale and exhale. And please inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath, engage Mulaband, anus, sex organs, navel point, pull everything up at the base of the spine, press the palms, consolidate your energy and project it out through your third eye into your aura. Expand your aura, expand your light. And exhale, release, Satnam. Okay, you're going to come to stand, please. So however you want to get there, you're going to come to stand. And you are standing with the hips just easy, feet hip width apart, nice and easy. And you're going to bring your hands together in prayer pose. And then you're going to inhale the arms up to about 60. And you're going to exhale, bring the prayer back in. Inhale out and exhale the prayer back in. And it's not fast, it's just long, deep breaths. And you're going at the pace of your inhale and at the pace of your exhale. Keep your eyes focused on one point that isn't moving, or if you feel like you can close your eyes here, then close your eyes. Sometimes standing, it's a little bit more challenging with the eyes closed. Now, this is a Kriya that we're going to do to help open the lotus of the throat. So everything that we're going to do is going to deeply impact our throat chakra. Heavy breathing. Remember, Sat. You're mentally chanting Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale. Now, as you move the hands forward, you're going to start to gently lift the chin and look up to the sky. And as you exhale, you'll bring the hands in and the chin will come back to reset. Good. Inhaling. And exhaling and following your breath, following your rhythm. Deep breathing, lifting the chin to open the throat, bringing everything back into the heart, projecting out, keep going. Inhale, stretch the arms out, lift the chin, hold the breath for a moment. Exhale, return the hands into the heart, readjust the spine. And then please come down to sit on your heels. You're going to come back onto your heels. And we're going to open the arms. The palms will face the ceiling, but you're opening the arms in a nice T. And you're going to inhale left and exhale right. And this is a deep breath, slow, so it's not super quick. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. You can close your eyes. Deep breath. We want deep prana here. Now begin to increase the pace. Let it go a little bit quicker. Try to keep the breath just as big. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhale through center, come up tall through the crown of the head. And exhale, release your hands down and go ahead and switch your seat so you come to easy seat. You're sitting on the seat. And we're going to go a little bit more rhythmically with the breath now. And we're going to inhale the left shoulder up and then exhale the right shoulder up. Keep going. And then switch sides. So inhale, right shoulder lifts, exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, right, exhale, left. Inhale, both shoulders up towards your ears. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the shoulders down. You're going to come back into rock pose, back to sitting on your heels. That's rock pose. You're going to bring the arms out in front of you and the palms will face down. Okay? And then you are going to decide, you're going to lift your head up. You're going to drop it back as much as it feels comfortable to you. And you're going to begin breath of fire here. Close the eyes, bring the gaze into your third eye. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. Breath of fire is even inhales and exhales. Find the rhythm that works for you. We're opening the lotus of the throat. We're opening the lotus of the throat. Stay with it. You've got about 30 seconds left here. You're clearing that channel. Let your vulnerabilities come up, but know that you are strong, courageous, open. Inhale, come up. Inhale, come up. Lift the chin up. And exhale, just release your hands down. Close your eyes if they're open. Just take a round of breath here. Let that integrate. Okay, you're going to come back into easy pose. You're going to switch back to sit on your seat, easy cross leg. You're going to interlace your hands. This is a Venus mudra. You're going to bring your left thumb into that right mound. That's your Venus mound on your hand. And what we're going to do though is you're going to take that shape behind your back. And then you're going to have a tall spine. You're going to let the chin tuck and drop forward. And you're going to do breath of fire here. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhale, lift the crown up, take a deep breath in, come up tall, hold the breath, engage Mula Bandha. And exhale, release the arms. Bring your hands into Gyan Mudra, so thumb and index finger are touching, and just bring them onto your knees. We're just going to turn the neck again, and it's slow. It's inhale, deep breath left, exhale out, deep breath out right. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhale through center, take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Good. Now bring your legs out in front of you and, bring the legs together. Just have them forward and together. Yeah, the edges of the feet can be together. And then almost, we're not going to do a reverse plank, but it's kind of like that. You're going to walk your hands back as if you were, and that will bring your spine to about a 30-degree angle. And then you're going to look up to the sky, and you're just doing long, deep breathing here. Opening the chest, opening the throat. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Steady, long, deep breath. And if you can begin to open the throat even more and take the head back, you can go deeper into the throat. As always, work at your pace. Stay with your breath. Long, deep breathing. We're almost there. Inhale, straighten the neck, tuck the chin, and as you exhale, walk your hands in and come up, and then come back into rock pose. So come back to sit on your heels. And we're going to come into how we set up for Sat Kriya, but we're not doing Sat Kriya. You're going to interlace your fingers, point the index, and you're going to cross the left thumb over the right. And we're going to reach the arms up to the sky, and we're hugging the arms into the ears. Now what we're going to do here, we're staying on the heels, seat is on the heels, and from the hips, we're going to inhale and move forward to about 30 degrees. And then exhale, come back. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. We want the whole torso and the arms and the head to move as one unit. Close your eyes, bring the gaze into your third eye. Strong, steady breathing. Last 30 seconds here. Inhale and come up tall through the spine and really stretch the spine up and hold the breath. Engage Mulabandha, anus, sex organs, navel point. Lift up and project out through the fingerprints. And exhale, release your arms out, brush your fingers through your aura. Bring your fingertips to just touch the earth for a moment and let your body breathe however it wants to breathe. Good. And then you can take a breath in and take a breath out. And open your eyes and please come into easy seat. So we're going to come into our meditation. And the meditation that we're going to do is, it's a Kriya, because a Kriya is a complete system, right? That is what Kriya means. But this is a pranayam as well. So this is a very powerful pranayam. And there's many things that go with this pranayam, but what this does is it helps to purify the whole system. So things that we're attached to, things that we are, patterns that we're stuck in, this is a really powerful way to totally reboot the system. And so we're not even going to do it for as long as you can do it for, because they say that when you're a beginner, you should go a little bit slower. So we're going to kind of do the first level option, and then, you know, if we really like this, or if you really like it and you want to continue, I can give you more instructions of how to take it deeper. But even doing it lightly is very powerful. And, you know, moving with this theme of just rewriting, right? Rewriting, reorganizing, deconstructing our belief systems, like really stepping into something that could be potentially more powerful, more embodied, more healthy, more balanced, more shiny, whatever it is, right? This is a type of practice, all of this really, but this breath practice to really go into the system and get the blockages out of the system. So we're going to be working with the navel point. And what we're going to do essentially is we're going to hold the breath and we're going to pump the navel 16 times. We're going to listen to a mantra and we'll pump it along with that mantra. And we're going to do, I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick. So you can kind of see my belly. So there'll be something that we do here, but just focus here for now. I'm going to inhale, right? Big breath, and I'm holding, and then I'm pumping. And this music, it's pretty fast. It's going to go wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru. So you just focus on that wah, right? Wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru. It's 16 times. It's kind of a long time. So don't panic. You just go at your pace. Now, what we're doing up here is we're closing off the right side. And we're going to inhale through the left, hold, pump for the 16 times, and then we're going to exhale out the right, inhale through the left, hold, pump for the 16 times. So if the sinus is a little bit blocked, it's just going to be a little bit of a struggle for you, and you just are going to work at your pace, and you'll hear it. Wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru, wah hey guru, 16 times. There'll be a pause and the music will play, and that's your signal to exhale. Inhale before she starts again. Wah hey guru, wah hey guru, and you're pumping. And just do one pump. Wah hey guru, wah hey guru. Any questions? Does it feel clear? Yeah? Okay. We'll try it. So go ahead first. And I just want you to close your eyes and breathe. Oh, this is one more thing. When we start doing it, you're going to want your eyes to be open and you want to look at the tip of your nose. But if it gets like too much and you feel a little bit too dizzy, just try to look down at the floor, but you want to keep the eyes open. So the eyes aren't closed, but you can close your eyes for now and just tune into your breath, because I want you to hear this music. So you can hear the music first and you'll understand how much time you have. Then I'll set you up, so don't worry, just listen. You can hear this, yeah? Yeah, we can hear it, good, thank you. So just listen to the music and breathe deep. You can let your hands rest on your lap for now. this is where you'll begin the pumping. And you're holding your breath the whole time, and you're pumping the navel. Good. Bring your right thumb towards your right nostril. Good. Inhale through your left. Deep breath in. Hold and pump the navel. Right thumb is on right nostril. You're pumping the navel. Open the eyes if they're closed. Gaze at the tip of the nose or down at the floor. When she stops chanting, exhale out the right side. And then inhale through the left and begin again. And you'll get the timing. If you feel a little bit off right now, you'll get the timing. Keep the eyes open, gazing at the tip of the nose or the floor. Don't close the eyes. Exhale out of the right, inhale through the left, hold the breath, pump the navel. Exhale out that right side and then breathe in through both nostrils, please. Take a deep breath in. You can let the hand come down. Hold the breath. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Exhale, release the breath. And now bring your arms up in the air and just start shaking your whole body around. So you're just moving the energy through the whole system, breathing easy, inhaling and exhaling, and just kind of moving everything around that can move. Shake through the lower body, shake through the upper body, and move the energy through the system. Move all of that prana through the system. Stay with it. Keep moving, keep dancing the body around to all of those spaces. 10 more seconds here, just moving, freeing things up, bringing that energy through the body. And inhale, stretch the arms. And exhale, let your hands come down to your lap and just close your eyes and notice how you feel, notice what you feel. And just allow for the practice to support you so that you can do what you've come here to do, your mission here on this planet at this time, and that you can be of support of others and move them towards their mission, towards their light. And as you breathe in and breathe out, bring the higher mind and the lower mind, the practical mind and the visionary mind towards each other, just bringing some harmony there, some insight and balance. And know that everything that we create is created in our minds, right? Sayings of the Buddha, the Dhammapada, everything that we create is created in our minds. With our minds, we make the world. Everything we want is within our mind, our frequency, our vibration. Breathe in and breathe out. And let's bring the hands together in front of the heart and rub the palms. And then bring the prayer into the chest. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. May the long-time sun shine upon you and all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Inhale to close. Sa. Na. Satnam. Satnam. Namaste. Shanti. Shalom. Pash. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much. Nice to see all of your beautiful faces. Thank you. Have a very beautiful Sunday. Have a beautiful beginning of your week. Have a beautiful eclipse this week. Yeah, map things out. Do whatever you need to do to move the energy and to bring some ideas down to earth for yourself, and just bless yourself with that energy and share it, spread it around, and share it with others. Okay, much love to you.